And there is a sign, son of a God, who comes and brings that spiritual energy here. And it's coming again. The sun is coming back again. And you guys are going to be, you guys already heard about it. I mean, I'm sure there's already messengers of it. You know, the kingdom is falling down again, and the sun is coming again. And he's already pre-assigned. I mean, this is a known thing. We already have been guided to it. But why you are not guided to it? Because you haven't cleared those channels yet. And everybody is a divine child. Everybody that comes in comes with that spirit. But when we are giving away our power, then we become spiritless. Because we literally just live in our body and mind. If we don't speak of spirit, how we may think that the spirit will come? How do you think that the spirit even wishes to reside inside of yourself? When you don't even speak about it, you don't connect with it. So it's just somewhere hidden, because you push it far away, and it's just hiding there, waiting for you to finally say, oh, please come help me, oh please, and start crying and calling upon this very beautiful guiding energy. It's really up to every one of you to do so. And so when it comes to different religions, so each religion was created in a certain different time. Buddhism was created when big times the civilization of China was happening. So what they have been experiencing and seeing, that literally they created in that time zone. So when we were the most disconnected from the heavens, they weren't connected. The earth wasn't even connected to heavens, because it was in a very dark times. So they recorded whatever they could record. So they recorded in that wavelength. It wasn't open for them to get all that knowledge and wisdom. So each of those religions were, you know, depending on where that opening was, or what was the connection. And so we are speaking of this energy. That's why they're speaking of a black hole. You know, I spoke to many, and I don't wish to come into no religions, because you know what, we are coming into one religion, and I am not here to point fingers, because you know what, I have not experienced it long enough. All I can do is just pass the love and speak of what I know that really truly saved my life. What really truly saved my life and take me back down here. Take me back down here in my body. So I wasn't floating like some divine Neptunian princess, but I was a homeless being here. I didn't have home, didn't have foundation, but yet I was vibed up somewhere in some vastness. You know, and many of the movements, this is what they do to people. They shoot you up there, and then, but you don't have that foundation. So when you fall, when they are not there for you, or the money run out, or the high of certain whatever runs out, you suddenly start feeling the reality, which is that you are nowhere, and you are nobody, and you have nothing to hang on to. Why? Because you didn't build consciously and in a sober state of being. You didn't build this channel yourself. That's very important for each being to do this by themselves. Don't be just going to these group meetings and group everything. Go once, but they could be very passing on some old truths, because they don't know better. They either don't know better, or they are in a point where they already gave up even on a dear heavenly parents, because nothing was happening to them. But why? Because they didn't come with their heart. They came with their mind. And God doesn't know of mind. You can only come and offer Him your heart. And when you offer God your heart, He will evaluate. He will see what needs to be cleaned and cleansed. And therefore He navigates these angels how you may get rid of those certain illnesses and stucknesses. And it might be painful. You might be sent to a painful situations. But this is all guided. You are being guided in each of these very hardship-like moments, because you are being cleared of what has been created in you. You probably done things to people, or people done things to you. So there is going to be created a situation very extreme and fast, because that's what's happening. We have so many drainages and so many things happening in us. So we are sent so fast into different places so we can just move fast. And while we are clearing these things, we are building up a very strong structure, house. It's our own house. We are the builders of it. Us and God and angel beings, whatever you call it, the energy, whatever you wish to call it. To me, they are angels. They are divine beings because that's how I see them. That's how I know of them. You might know of them differently. So you can use whatever words you wish to use. But it's a reality. Those are white cells of this very cosmos, of the very divine force. White cells. It makes sense. It's a white holy cloud that comes and heals you. But it's work. It's a devotion. And you will come out as a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Your voice will be so softened. You will be shining star. Because see, you are going to become a temple of God's light. And so the light will be perpetuating through you. You are like this fountain, and this vast, beautiful, healing energy is coming through you. So everywhere you go, you will be this wonderful, beautiful fountain, just healing everything while you are just bright star, bright sun. Everybody will be feeding off of you. But this is why we have to be careful not to go to the stuck caves where we are sucked off of this beauty. We are drained off of it. Because it's not never ending, especially if you go into something that is of ending, which is a cave. If you go to cave, how are you connected with the rest of the cosmos that can be coming through you? So be in more open spaces. Don't be in a caves, especially in those pre-created businesses and clubs, because it is a cave. Dragons love to stay in caves. Red dragons, it's a root chakra. That's all desire, desire, desire. That's where it's going to be guiding you. Dragon itself is the most spiritual animal if you go by Native Americans and overall. Dragon is not a bad animal. Red color is not a bad animal. It's just a combination of these two. Because you can have a wonderful, amazing pit bull that is nice and calm, but you can have the most angry pit bull. But how this certain pit bull becomes such or such, it depends on who is raising it, right? So if an angry person with a whole lot of self-issues is raising a pit bull, this pit bull will most likely, or any animal, will become an angry animal. That's just, you guys all know about it. It's the same thing with children and everything. So let's step our game up. Let's step our game up. I love you guys so much, and this year is very important. It's going to happen. We are going to bring paradise. It's in the future. It already happened. It's just really up to you if you wish to be part of going towards the cave, or if you wish to connect with the above and become this temple of God, and you will be saved forever. Nothing will happen to you because you know that each step that you have taken, it wasn't just you by yourself. Because you know of the signs. You just know that it wasn't just you, little you, going through these things. You know that there was something way beyond guiding you. And now you are just this soft, childlike energy that cannot be harmed. Because you learn to speak up, and when something wrong is happening, like a child, loud child, you will let them know while you are speaking like a child. So they cannot get angry at you because you are this divine child. So if a man is trying to hit on this child, and this child is saying, excuse me, we can be friends, but no, you could be like my father. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And this man, because you are a child, he's a man. He should already know. He should already know you don't touch a child. You don't touch a child. You don't speak to a child like a sexual object, right? So if we all come into this being of this very childlike adult being. In your own parents, you have the heavenly parents. What are we creating here? It's a very logical message. And you can be at 50, 60, and you can find your twin flame, because everybody has a twin flame here. But see, that's a blessing. This, all those things, inner peace, truth spoken, those are blessings. Those are earned things. We have to work for them, and I just told you how. So I love you guys so much, and on the 19th, I will be most likely performing in Hollywood at the Art Walk. There's going to be, we already have a session, and it's a very powerful angelic performance. I have about 150 songs, I have 80 poems. I'm turning everything into a version so it can be passed on and it can get to hands of so many more people than just one. And I will be creating structures how we can actually pass on all this wonderful wisdom and this beautiful, beautiful sounds, words. It's so explainable. It's not just little me. My ego trip is not trying to convince anybody of such. I am queen. I am a childlike queen, and anyone can become queen when come clear with our God, and every queen will therefore have her king in a time when she's so purified and she's so ready. This king will appear, so you guys can have that heavenly child. I love you guys so much, and I have nothing else to say. You know, it's I just cannot wait. So, namastito.